You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to another weekend Crafty Nights here at Mommy Guide Inc. Yes, for those who are new to my channel, I am Mommy Lala, and tonight is going to be um, on a topic on faith journaling. All right, so we do actually faith journaling once every month, and it is in partnership with our partner store for tonight, Papel at Iba pa. Yes, so Papel at Iba pa has a website and it's papelatbp.com. They are also on Instagram, Facebook, and of course on YouTube. And on YouTube, they actually do have, okay, also episodes about faith journaling once a month. And this is every second Sunday of the month. Miss Jo, the owner of Papel at Iba pa, together with her friends, okay, they're in the chat, sprinkle with cards, okay, Miss Zell, okay, and probably Doc Ree or Mono and Use or sometimes creates, okay, she has two YouTube channels, will be joining her. Okay, on top of that, she also does have or she also do go live every weekday. Sometimes I think it's a Monday or a Thursday or Friday on her Facebook page. All right, so she sometimes showcase a technique or a project or new items in her store. So don't forget to make sure that you don't miss any of her lives or any of her announcements, to make sure to follow her on any of these links that you can see here: the website, the Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. All right. So thank you so much, Papel at Iba pa. So if you missed last Sundays, so every Sunday they also do have episodes on her YouTube channel, which is also streamed on her Facebook. Every second Sunday is faith journaling, but every Sunday they have different topics or techniques. Like there's a Sunday for mixed media, there's a Sunday for card making. So it's really super awesome if you could join us in that chat when they do go live. So that tomorrow they probably have another one. Okay, so again, let's go back. So for tonight, we're going to do faith journaling. Okay, so before we said Bible journaling. But eventually we decided to just make it faith journaling because of the fact that some people are actually might not be very comfortable journaling or writing on one's Bible. All right. So let's go to this one. Okay. So the past couple of months you've seen me and some of my guests do different types or ways to actually create their planner. So for tonight, by the way, it's just me because craft attorney Charlene is still in Malaysia. She will be back probably later tonight or tomorrow. So definitely next week she will be back with us. And in a few weeks, Susan will be back home in the Philippines and definitely she will be with us again. Okay, so for tonight, it's just me. Okay, so as I said, so if you are not able to, do your faith journaling in a Bible like this, okay, which we often call Bible, okay, journaling Bibles. So journaling Bibles may have like a wider um, border, blank border on one edge, okay, or on both edges, and sometimes it has something like this is called an interleave Bible, where you actually have one whole page in between two pages with scripture to actually do your Bible or your faith journal. I know it took me a while. It took me like several years to actually start, okay, doing journals or Bible or faith journaling in my Bible. So I do understand if you have that or if you are not yet ready to actually start here, but don't worry because you can always start with a faith journal, okay? Where you can actually use just a notebook, print out the journal, buy a ready-made faith journal. So the options are as limited as your imagination, right? So what I'm going to be showing you tonight, okay, and you can see tonight, this is actually quite a big, excuse me, planner because fact be known, I really have a very ugly handwriting and I write really, thick, in a thick way. So if I have a very small planner, it's so hard for me to put stuff in it. So most of my journals, of course, if it's this big, I cannot carry them along, right? So it has to stay in the house. So this one's, the size is about 11.25 by, sorry, itchy throat, okay, by 8.5 or by 8.5, okay. So this one actually is a digital file, okay? So I know for those of you who have been following us that you've seen this in the past. Okay? So I bought this in 2021, okay, from the Reset Girl. Okay? So the Reset Girl has this club called the First Love Club. And the First Love Club is actually a club about, your faith journaling in particular. So the owner of Reset Girl is Cory Spiker. So just a little behind the scenes about Cory Spiker. So I saw or I found Cory Spiker's channel the very first time about in 2020, I think, or 2019. Okay. And it was recommended to me by YouTube because at that time, everybody was into planners, right? So I wanted to, even in the beginning, to do journaling, but I wanted it to include, faith journaling, right? So before I proceed, I'd like to say, hi, Miss Zell. Thank you so much for joining me. At salamat po sa pag-like and share. Meron pong team bahay. Yes po. Okay, so create, okay, or as usual, update your faith journal. Okay, whether it be in a notebook or in your actual Bible. I know that Miss Zell actually journals on her Bible now. All right. So yun po. Okay. So, thank you so much, Ms. Zell. Ayan. So, i-upload lang po natin again sa ating Discord server. Winner gets a 500 peso GC from our partner store, Papel Atbp. Okay. So, as I said, I saw Cory Spiker and her channel name is The Reset Girl. Reset because she had to reset her life. Apparently, she became a solo mom very early on. She never finished college. She took a job. She was an executive assistant. And as an executive assistant, she became very organized. And eventually, she realized that she wanted to go back to school. So she raised her daughter alone as a solo mom. And then she went back to school. And in her journey in going back to school, she came up with the Reset Girl as like something that I did with Mommy Guiding, a passion project. And then the Reset Girl came about. So reset because she reset her life. I really liked that. It's like I was what do you call this? I could so relate. Okay, so her journey had been so much or so relatable to me being a solo mom and then wanted to reset her life. But eventually, she met Mike. Okay, no, not Mike, Mark. Okay, Mark Spiker, who eventually became her husband. Okay, and together they grew the Reset Girl brand. And eventually, from a house, they transferred into a tiny house. So I've actually been following them. So they sold everything, put all the other excesses and all their products in what do you call storage, and they bought an RV and they went around the US in an RV. Okay, and also did classes along the way. And eventually, because of their love for Jesus, they started the First Love Club and they actually have a group. And so for a while, I was part of that group, especially during the pandemic. But then, life happens. I became very busy, so I have not been able to really be very active. But this one was the Faith Planner for 2021. Okay, so I bought the digital file. And as such, I can, have the rights to actually print it for personal use. Okay, so you can print it on a smaller one or a big size like this one. So the digital file included, two cover options. So this girl and then another one. Okay, and then she also included the tabs. Those are printables also, and then everything that you need for your faith planner. Okay, the thing I like about this planner, although actually I showed you that I also have some happy planners, some happy planners, faith happy planners, and also some other brands okay, of faith planners, and they are all good as well. But for tonight, I'm just gonna try and focus on this one. Okay, but before you actually proceed in doing this faith or updating this faith planner, okay, hi Gigi, ayan, thank you so much for dropping by, G. Ayan, good evening then, G. G, andito na, by the way, guys, except for Miss Zell. I think Miss Zell got hers na. Those who won during my Mother's Day and Father's Day raffle, okay, for the Mother's Day, everything has been sent out except for Master Red. You still have a 250 GC that you have not yet claimed. You can choose from any of For Craftness Sake's store and choose. Okay, and then for those who want for Father's Day, G, nasa akin na. Okay, so I asked Miss Kat to actually send them all over to me, and I'll be the one to send it over. So this week ipapadala ko na, G. It's all here. Personalized. Ang ganda. And also, I'd like to thank also Miss Kat. Thank you so much. Meron pa siyang pakimkim din sa akin na regalo. Maraming salamat po. Alright, so again, so before you actually start your faith journaling, how do you actually do it? Okay, so for those coming in for the first time, and I think ang lakas ng aking sound. Sorry po. So for those coming in for the first time and would want to know or would want to try, you've never tried faith journaling before. So how do you actually start it? Of course, this is a crafty session, so we really love, decorating or making our journals, our planners really nice. Okay, but the base or the most important part of the faith journal is actually the thing that you put in, okay, the decorated planners. So I would like to, suggest, okay, some options for you, okay, on how you can do it, okay? So one would be what we call OBBS. Oh boy, boy, Shera, or Shena ba yun? Shera. Okay, so it means obedience-based Bible study. So you can make your like quiet time be like a Bible study time alone with the Lord. Okay, so usually we call it quiet time. So, Mommy Lala, does the quiet time have to be morning, evening, afternoon? Is there a specific time? No. Okay, so that's the nice thing about doing your faith journaling or doing prayer. It doesn't have to be in a specific place, in a specific time, whatever you feel or whenever you want to do so or you have the time to do so. But if you really want a suggestion, I highly suggest that you do it the first thing in the morning. Right? So I know most of us, the first thing we do in the morning, check our phone. Right? Okay. But, it would be, okay, an intentional move for most of us, especially busy moms, because we wake up really really early, especially if you have kids who now go to school. All right, now not just Zoom classes but really have to go to school. You have to bring them to school and pick them up, right? So I suggest that maybe you could wake up a little bit, maybe 15-30 minutes earlier, right? So that you can do your quiet time with the Lord and do that. That's the first thing that you do. Try it out and you would see how amazing it is to actually start your day doing a quiet time with the Lord. It doesn't have to be, very lengthy. The decorating part, you can actually set aside on a weekend or on a day where you have more free time. Like I have a friend, okay, Crafty Mama Diaries. She is such a very busy mom. Okay, so what she does, and she coordinated with her husband that Saturday mornings or the whole Saturday sometimes be her me time, right? And so during those Saturdays, that's the time where she updates everything. She creates all her content for her YouTube channel and everything else, right? So maybe you can also do that. You can do your actual, devotion, quiet time during the day, during the week, and then during the weekend or whatever time it is in the weekend that you have, then that's the time you update the decorating part of it, right? But at least the more important one, your the prompting that you got from the Lord are already in your planner. Now you just need to make it, a little bit more nice, because as we know, you are a crafter, you are an artist, and we like things looking really nice. Ayan. Very welcome, G. It's an honor and a pleasure, okay, that you were able to drop by during those episodes. And tonight, maraming maraming salamat, Sis G. And Mizel. All right. So if you are watching, okay, and not commenting, that is fine, okay? As long as I hope that this inspires you to actually do your faith journaling, okay? So again, obedience-based Bible study. How do you start, okay? So first, you begin by writing out word for word the verses, okay? So if you don't know what verse or what part of scripture you want to start, okay, I highly suggest that, in the internet, you can find like a Bible reading track where you can read the Bible from cover to cover, okay, within a 365 days, right? So within the year, you will be able to finish the script, the whole Bible, if that is indeed your plan, right? So you can start with those, okay, and then follow the prompts, okay, follow what verse you're supposed to read for the day, and you begin by writing out word for word the verses you will be studying. Remember when we are in school and we are asked to read passages, or we are asked to read, what do you call this? Stories, short stories, and then we make a summary, right? So we do a book report, or we do a report of some sort on those. Okay, so something similar, okay? But in the obedience-based Bible study, you try to do it word for word. Okay. So first, you read through the whole passage. So sometimes it's just several verses a day. Sometimes it's like several chapters, maybe not just verses. So it depends. And sometimes it's a combination of the Old Testament with the New Testament and a few Proverbs and Psalms. So again, it depends on the Bible track that you will be following. But the suggestion is you begin by writing out word for word the verses, okay, that you want to specifically focus on, like what we've been doing the past couple of weeks, right? So I will just choose a certain passage or verse, okay, and then I will do it word for word, okay? So that, okay, it takes time, I know, but it will help you look carefully at the passage, right? So sometimes when we're really just going through it, breezing through it, we sometimes miss out on some items, right? So I really like this kind of, quiet time or Bible reading because it's a precept upon precept. It's a word by word, right? So you get to, okay, so like when I ask you, so like when I do my Bible study with ladies, like in my case, I lead two, one for solo moms and one for ladies. So after we've gone through the verse, I will ask them verse by verse. So we unpack each verse. Okay. And then after that, that's the time that you now try to use or understand that and then say it, okay, in your own words. How do you think you understood, okay, that verse? Okay. And then make sure though that you cover everything in the passage. Retelling it helps you make sure that you really understand what it means, right? So you write it down. Okay, and then finally, the last and most important part of it is what we call, okay, your application. Okay, so write down what you will do as a result of what you have learned about that verse. Okay, so this should always be written in the form like, I will, okay, I will not be anxious anymore. For example, you were reading about something about, do not be anxious about anything, right? So that could be your action, okay? For, it's like your action or result for you plan to do after you've read the verse for that day. And then you commit to the Lord in prayer that you will indeed do it, okay? And ask Him. Of course, we do know that apart from the Lord, we can do nothing, all right? And ask Him for the power and the strength through the Holy Spirit that you will really be able to commit to that thing that you said you will do based on what you've learned from the passage that you have learned. Ayan. Thank you so much, G, for the like and the share. Okay. So, after doing that, maybe another question you would ask is, so Mommy Lala, how do you actually pray? When I was a new believer, I would do anything except pray. But during Bible study, it goes around like, okay, this week, okay, this person will pray opening prayer and then this person will pray, the closing prayer. But so every time that it's gonna be my turn, I would have like butterflies in my stomach. I would feel uncomfortable. I would say I have to go to the bathroom, or probably I would decide not to just go to Bible study anymore because I was afraid that the way I pray may not be the right way. Okay? So first and foremost, prayer is between you and the Lord. So it's not supposed to be, very legalistic. Okay? But if you really want a suggestion on how to actually do a prayer so that, when you are being asked to pray for somebody or you want to pray for someone, you do not have that, butterflies in your stomach. All right. So this is one way, okay, that you can, do your prayer. Okay. We call it ACTS, ACTS. It's an acronym. So if you want to know how to pray, just remember ACTS. Okay. A stands for adoration. Okay. Because as we said, in everything we do, we give glory and honor back to the Lord. right? So how do you do your adoration? Um, from A to Z, think of adjectives that you believe you can describe the Lord with. Excuse me. So imagine, in your prayer, you start with A. Lord, you are almighty, right? You, you are an amazing God. And you can go on and on and on and on. Guys, hold on. Give me just a minute. I will just get water because my throat is very itchy. Hold on. Sorry about that, and thank you for understanding. I know that you guys absolutely understand that, when things like this happen, I really just have to, take a sip of water. All right. Okay, so you always start again, ACTS, ACTS. Okay, that's an acronym that you can always pull out, and it's very easy to remember because it's an action, acts, and prayer is an action, right? So you start with adoration, and after you have acknowledged the Lord and His presence in your lives, and of course, that's you do your confession. Because as we said, the thing that separates us from having a true relationship with the Lord is sin, right? And so our prayers will really be heard, okay, and we can really have that intimate conversation with the Lord through our prayer. We confess everything, okay, and then everything that you feel that it's not right by Him, and also ask for prayer in this part for the things that you might have done unintentionally, right? There are things that we do know, or we are aware that we might have done something wrong, but there are also times where we don't really know that we have committed it. So we also pray for that, so that the Lord will remind us or will make it open to us, okay, so that we will be reminded of it, okay, by the Lord, and we agree with God that we will turn away from this from this sin, okay, and then finally ACT, then you give thanksgiving, right? So you say thank you, Lord, for what? No, sometimes you say thank you, Lord, for everything. Right? Of course, the Lord knows everything, right? But the Lord wants to hear us say, what are those everything? So in your prayer, try to be as specific as you can. Thank you for helping me, okay, pass the test. Thank you for allowing me to be able to survive the week that has passed, because there were so many issues at work or at school or whatever it is that you are struggling with. Okay. Hi, and hi, my brother and his family is in the Philippines on holidays. Yes, and it is very hot because we're actually, although the summertime in the Philippines has actually ended. It's about our first part of May. So we're actually in the rainy season in the Philippines. But you know how it is in the Philippines. It's just hot and hotter, right? And the humidity level here is between 70-80% at any point in time. So normally, it's very, very hot in the afternoon or early morning, and then in the evenings we do have a bit of a thunderstorm every now and then. And then since this is monsoon season, we do have monsoon rains on top of tropical storms every now and then. But okay, yes, it's indeed very hot here. And to Enda's family, okay, his brother, welcome, mabuhay. Welcome to the Philippines, and I hope that you enjoy your stay here. And when you are in the Philippines, if ever you get here, get in touch with me, okay? I would love, love, love to meet with you, and I'll tour you around the city for sure. And Miss Wims, good evening po. Yes, hello everyone. Ayan, opo. So Miss Wims, we do have Team Bahay po. Okay, so just update your faith journal. and as usual, submit on our Discord server. Okay, so so we've done ACT. Okay, the final prayer, okay, the final part of your prayer is what we call your supplication, which most of the time, this is how we normally pray. We always say, Lord, please do this. Lord, please help me. Lord, this is what I need. Lord, this is this and that. Right? So we always go directly to the supplication, okay, or the asking. Okay, so we humbly bring before God our request and request of others. Remember, sometimes we also do accept prayer requests from others as well. And this is where we actually do it. So we express our dependence on God as our strength, healer, provider, protector, comforter, guide, and friend. And finally, okay, I end again with, okay, you can actually end here, but I actually end again with a bit of adoration. And I give back all the glory and on the honor back to Him. Okay, so after you have done all of those things, then you are ready to do the decoration part of it. And as I mentioned earlier, okay, in the stream, is that okay, so tonight I will not be doing my faith journaling in my interleaved Bible. Okay, but I will actually be doing it on a planner. Okay. So again, as I said, this planner is from the Reset Girl. Okay, Cory Spiker. This is a digital file that I bought in 2021. Okay, so this is actually a planner that is meant for 2021. Okay, so what I did was, because I didn't buy the planner for 2023, I repurposed my Faith Planner 2021 file. Meaning, I printed it again because it's mine. I bought it. Okay, I'm not selling or sharing the file. It's mine. Okay, so to create my Faith Planner, okay, so I want to show you how we can also do something like this. Okay, and I highly suggest Cory Spiker's Faith Planner, because it's something that I'm sure most of crafters, journalers, artists would resonate with. Again, the planner came with the design, two options. So this is one of them. Okay, and then this one says 2021. So I just added a washi tape. Remember how I said, like, I have about, the last count was about 2,000. 2,000 washi tapes. There you go, right? So when will I be able to finish all of those? I have no idea. So that's why, jokingly, we said in the earlier in the year, we said in January that I will try to use up all those washi tapes at the end of the year. And Charlene said, no way. All right. At least make a dent, right? So what I plan to do is that every time that a planner is going to be done in the show, I will always use stickers and washi tape. Except if I use my actual Bible. So for my Bible, that is where I will actually use different like kinds of techniques like mixed media and other things. But if I will use a planner like this is the time that I will use all my stickers, my washi tapes, everything, my ephemeras that I have just gathered so many years, because they were either on sale, they were cute, they resonated to me so much during that time, but never really actually used it, because for a very long time, Mommy Lala was a hoarder. Okay, now I am a recovering, perfectionist and hoarder. And I think one of the reasons why I wasn't able to use them, because of the concept of perfectionism. Like, everything has to be perfect. Everything has to be perfect. When will you ever start, right? So, gone are those days, and now I'm really trying to use up everything. There you go. Oh, San Miguel beer! Cheers! You like San Miguel beer, and all right. So I will treat you here if ever you come here. Okay. So if it's If not, it's okay. I'll update my faith journal. Matagal-tagal din ako di naka-update. Ayan. Okay, yes, Miss Wims. Okay, ano pa naman? 8:35. So, probably, deadliest deadline is 10 p.m. All right. So, there you go. Okay, so, and then, as I said, it came with, everything can be printed out. Okay, but before I show you this one that I have, pre-designed prior, so you will have every month, okay, her planner, Cory Spiker's planner, has like a dashboard. Okay, sorry, I covered some of them because personal stuff are in there. All right, so for July I started. So important dates. Okay. Again, but Mami Lala, I already have a planner for my work, a planner for my crafty stuff, a planner for this and that. So will not will it not be redundant? So again, okay, the way I do it is the important dates I put here are more or less those that are related to, my faith or my plans, my ministry, my family. All right. So, yes, it can overlap. Sometimes it's already in, let's say, my bullet journal or in my other happy planner. But, that doesn't matter as long as, it works for you. Again, there is no right or wrong. What you need to do is what works for you, then you go for that. Okay. And it has this, what you call a brain dump. Okay. So maybe your plans in terms of for the month of July, what is your plan for, let's say, if you have a D group or a Bible study group, or you have a discipleship group of some sort, or you have, family plans that you want, or, projects that you want, that anything that you want to be prayed for, but you don't have the time yet, you dump them all here. Okay, you can actually just, not really put a washi tape or a sticky tape, you can just write it down per se. Okay, and then on the succeeding pages you will get something like this. Okay, so it has like what are your goals for July. Okay, so in terms of, first and foremost, of course, God. Okay, so what is your goals with the Lord? Okay, so maybe you say, I have not for July, I will commit to doing in my quiet time at 5 a.m. Write it down. Okay. Another, okay, I will commit to do a Bible study with my kids maybe once every week during dinner time. For a very long time when my kids were really young and we were all very busy and we couldn't find a specific time to have, devotions together, but you always have dinner time, right? So dinner time can be used as a way to actually have devotions or fellowship with your kids or your family, if that is the only way, right? So there's this book called Dinner Time Devotions that we actually used. I know there's a Philippine reprint somewhere. I think it's still in PCBS and others. So you may try to look for that. Okay. So, and then you have home. Okay. So this relates to your family, your friends, your relationships. Okay. So probably in the home, you say, oh, we've been trying to plan for a vacation because school is over. Okay. But then what are the struggles? Okay. So you got to pray for that, right? Okay. And of course, your health, somebody else's health, your spouse's health. This one specifically, like headaches. Have you been having headaches lately? Sore throat for this week, allergies, whatever it is, put them down, right? And then, of course, your ministry. If you do have a ministry, so what are the plans for the month? If you don't have a ministry yet, what are your plans actually to start your own ministry? And then you have your prayer docket when you can also have even the checklist. So you can see here that, once you've done it, you actually put checks on it. Okay, so this is where you put your own prayer requests at the same time. For me, more or less, I put the prayer requests by others in here. Okay, that's why it's covered. Okay, because of course, when others ask to be prayed, okay, it's something that's entrusted to you. So it's a secret, so to speak. There you go. Hi, Sammy Pai! San ka galing? Yes, galing po siya sa school. Oo. What did you use to punch the paper? Okay, I will show you po. Okay, so it's called a disc puncher. Okay, Mizelle, I will showcase it in a little bit. Okay, so before we start, okay, so again, and then another other parts of this planner, she has what she calls the GLAD. Okay, GLAD. Okay, that's an acronym that Corey Spiker created to mean, which means grateful, learned, grateful, learned, accomplished, and delighted. Okay. And she has 4 or 5 of this for a month, right? So normally there are 4 to 5 weeks in a month, right? So for every day, like Monday, okay, what are you grateful for? Just one, so that when things go, when there's so many problems happening, right? So it's like, when it rain it pours, and sometimes you just feel so let down. It's nice to go back to all of this, the past years or the past month, and see how, how the Lord has been there for you despite all of those things. And when you're reminded of the things that the Lord has provided for you, or how the Lord has helped you through so many crises in your life, you are reminded of His faithfulness, right? So that's why this is a very nice part of this planner that I really, really like, right? So I'm grateful for, learned, accomplished, and delighted. So that's glad. Okay. And you have 5 weeks of that. Okay, also there's a part where you have verses memorized. Okay, so this part I've actually skipped for a very long time, and I think I should start again, especially nowadays where my memory seems to be really, really struggling. So I started with my kids with this one when they were younger. Okay. So in the church where I go to, we have what we call like the 53-week scripture. So every week, okay, my kids are to memorize a verse, okay? And then actually after that, so they copy the verse and then they apply. All right, so there are actually 2 years of this that we have, that they actually did memory. After this, they just, whatever verse they want to memorize for the day. But if you do want a guide, there's this one. You can download it from CCF. Okay, you can actually print it out. Okay. Okay. And so there's also like a tracker for Bible time, which you could either color, tick, or whatever it is you want. And then also praying. Okay. You can also have a tracker. And how about the action, doing? Okay. And of course, there's the answered prayer. Okay. For every month as well. Okay. And then you have the daily. Okay. So you have what she calls the faithful for. Okay. So for example, the 26th on Monday. Okay. So what are you going to praise for? What have you prayed for? What verse or part of scripture did you read? And what action, okay, have you taken based on what you have read? And of course, there's also at the bottom a water tracker. Okay. So basically, that's what Corey Spiker's The Reset Girls Planner, Faith Planner looks like. And at the end of each month, she has this monthly wrap up, June, July, and so on and so forth. That looks like this. So just blocked, okay, so that if you struggle with, how to, you're just starting, you don't really know how to, create memory keeping, projects and stuff. So you can always just, start with a small square. You can do your journaling here. You can put photos on this part, and so on and so forth. There you go. Okay. Okay, so ito, sasagutin natin yung what puncher, okay, did I use? Okay, hold on, I will just get it. Hold on, I will just get it. Did you hear the commotion? Okay, so, okay, whoop. my lights are falling. Okay. So you will see some of, okay, the products, okay, that I use. Okay, I will showcase them for you. Okay, there's one more. It's outside. I'll be back in a super super fast time. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Okay. So if you do want to create your own, okay, this is what I call, remember, so I printed this, right? So after I printed it, okay, um I punched it. Okay, and you will see that the sides look like this. Okay. So this is done by a disc. Okay, so this is called the disc bound planner. So what you do is, after you're done punching holes, then you just attach this disc. These are super cheap. You can find them in Shopee, in Lazada. There are like, very cheap ones, but then you also have the branded ones. So it's like this, right? So it's so easy to remove and add pages. So I like the disc bound system when it comes to planners, right? Especially the ones that I don't need to bring. Okay. So what are these things that I showed you a while ago? Okay. So to create those disc bound planners, okay, let me see. Okay, so I use this one. Okay. So this is we are memory keepers. Okay, disc, okay, puncher. Okay. So what you do is, I'm gonna try and get the paper. Okay. So for example, this is your planner. Okay, it's a small planner. Okay. So you just punch, for example, here. Okay. You punch here. Okay. And then the next one will be, you just put the punched one on this side, on that notch like that. See? It will fit onto that one so that all your, okay, punches will be even. Okay? So you see, it's so easy. Okay, oops. Okay, but then, okay. Okay, make sure that it's not like that, okay? That it's flat here, okay? That it's flush to the side like so. Okay? So there. Okay? So that's how you like punch it, okay? You can start from the middle and then go left and right. It's up to you. Okay? So that is, okay, so what's the difference between this one and then there's the smaller one? Okay, but with that one, the thing is, if you plan to punch like this one, okay, is laminated. It's very thick. Okay, so if you use the usual disc puncher, because you can actually, the original disc punchers for We Are Memory Keepers are small ones like that. Okay, that one cannot punch through something as thick as this one. Only through paper, okay, like copy paper or medium, not even medium, that the thin card stocks. Okay, it has a difficulty already punching through heavy card stocks, so you need this kind of puncher. I'm not sure if there's a generic one already, but this is a We Are Memory Keeper. Okay, I'm sure Papelatbp can source this for you. Okay, just message them if you are interested. Okay, I'm sure my other partner stores might also have it, so check them out. Okay, and then what are these? Okay, so probably if you are a happy planner user, okay, and then you have, like, let's say, like Miss Wims, okay, or Miss Cell. They are artists who can actually create works of art, watercolor, or like with Miss Zell, she can do amazing backgrounds using mixed media. And then after you've created all those backgrounds, so what you can do is, for example, Okay, I don't have any. Okay, for example, this is made up of mixed media, right? So I've decorated already, or maybe Miss Wims have already, created her flower background, and then you want to use this on your happy planners. Okay, so this one is the size, exact size of the happy planner. Okay, the big one. Okay, so all you need to do is your pattern paper or your own artwork or whatever it is, just slide it in over like so and punch. Okay? Eh, because this is 300 GSM. Uh, it's having a hard time punching it. Okay? But actually, na-punch na siya. Hindi ko lang siya matanggal. Okay? So, I just need to remove it from this one. Okay? Sorry guys, hindi ko siya matanggal. It's stuck. Okay? Ako. It's too thick. Ayaw niya ng 300 GSM. Okay, so let's look for less than 300 GSM. Hold on. Let me look for okay, this one. Okay, a craft paper. Okay, I've not used this for quite a while. So that's the thing, see, with the other punchers normally, if the paper is very thick, you'll find a hard time doing the punching, right? Okay, this one is not 300 GSM, so it cuts like butter. Okay, so now you have that. Now, if you have a smaller, okay, or the standard or the classic happy planner, and again, you have pattern papers, you have scrapbook papers, you created some backgrounds, you wanted to use that instead of, the stickers, okay, then you can, with this tool, you can create your own. Okay, this is for the standard, this is for the bigs. Okay, so that's why I have them. Okay, and again, this is okay, so if you have the okay, so you see I also have the pink and the blue. Okay, so what's the difference? So you'll see that the pink is longer than the blue. Okay, just like this one is smaller than the pink, right? So this is for the bigs, this is for the small. Okay, so the big, okay, so like this pink, okay, is for something like this big a paper. So you just line it up like so, there's a line there, okay, and then when you punch it, okay, then it will be like this already. So you don't need to individually punch it, okay? So again, I use this specifically when I need to punch, okay, covers or dashboards or things that are thick and heavy, right? But otherwise, if it's just cardstock or paper, I use this because I can create all this in one punch. Okay, so again, the pink one are for the bigs, for happy planners. Okay, so and then this one is for the standard. Okay, so these are available in my partner stores. Okay, so just look for them if ever. Again, the application for this is that, when you have a lot of pattern papers, so that you don't need to buy the stickers, you don't need to buy all these things, because you actually can use the papers that you use for, your card making, your scrapbooking, for your planners as well. If you have this, actually this one, you can even use just your paper trimmer, right? But it's just faster, because in just one punch you have, the different sizes. Okay, I'll show you. Let me see if I can, get some happy planners here. Do I have one within reach? Hold on, I will just get so that you can see exactly what I mean. So for example, this one, right? So your standard planner. Okay, so you see you have like that, right? So what if you have, pattern paper, or you did a background on either, watercolored or whatever. See, it's the perfect size, right? So you can create your own. You don't need to buy the stickers, you don't need to buy the papers, so you can create your own. And do it fast. Ayan. Hello, KM. It's okay, Miss KM. Kamusta ka na? Due ka na, malapit na. Prayers, Miss KM, for safe delivery. Okay, for both you and the baby. Ayan, oo nga. Ayan. Yes, Miss Wim. So, especially for ako kaya ko siya binili because I have a lot of scrapbook papers. Okay? Pero for you, for KM, for, Miss Wims, you guys can create amazing backgrounds, with your artworks, with the mixed media and all of these things. So, you don't even need to buy papers anymore or stickers anymore kasi kaya nyo nang gawin simply by, using what you have used to create, backgrounds. Asa na ngayon yung gagawin ko? Okay. So, I will show you now, okay, more or less what I've done for June. Okay? Okay. So, ito yung for June. Okay? So, important. So, again, kasi nga, nakalagay dyan, June 2021. So, kinover ko. I remember I'm repurposing kasi when you print it out, of course, ano yan copyrighted yan. So, I don't edit the file, but I just, make do with stickers and whatever when I print it. Kasi I bought the 2021, diba? Although I do know how to, pero of course hindi yun tama, so hindi natin siya gagawin, right? Okay, so again, so brain dump. So pwede nyo dyan ilagay naka tape flags like this, o kaya pwedeng ganyan, 'di ba? So again, it's up to you. Okay, so this part, okay, normally kasi nilalagay ko dyan yung mga pa-prayer request, mga things. So hindi ko siya nilagay muna. Okay, kasi alam ko ipapakita ko sa inyo. All right? Okay, and then at the back, okay, yung monthly goals. Okay? So ayan. Okay. Sinave ko na lang yung nakalagay dyan in case mabasa niyo siya. Okay, pero yung prayer docket, wala. Okay? So again, this one, meron na siyang konting decorations, diba? And nakaprint. Okay? Kasi nga si Cory is actually, she started out as a journaling talaga. Oo. So, I think Lasting still has her line. Okay? The Reset Girl line. May mga lines pa siya konti. Okay? But then again, of course, Papel Atbp. Okay? You can easily ask Miss Jo. Okay? If ever, okay, you like the Reset Girl. But they actually have also their website. Okay? So, but as I said, okay, so Papel Atbp also has a faith journaling episode every second Sunday, okay, of every month. Tayo po is more or less third or fourth Sunday, di ba po? So, sa Papel Atbp po, it's every second Sunday. And on the other Sundays of the month, they also will showcase other techniques, okay? So, hindi lang po faith journaling, meron silang card making, meron silang mixed media, meron silang card making. So so that you don't miss, okay, any of those episodes, make sure that, okay, you visit their website, you're following them on Instagram at Papelatbp and Facebook, and of course, make sure that you're subscribed to them on YouTube. All right, so going back, ito naman, nauubo na naman ako. Excuse me. Hello, Miss Kate. Miss Katie. Ayan, si Miss Kate. Master Red. Maraming salamat. Master Red, yung 250 mo na panalo. Kailan mo kukunin? Sabi ko nga kay Miss Kat, baka pagdating na lang ni Ate Margie. Gusto mo ba, Master Red, para kay Ate Margie na lang yun? Pa-personalize na lang natin, Ate Margie. Pili ka lang, Master Red, kung ano doon ang gusto mong i-personalize. Tapos, papadala na lang sa akin. Actually, pwede palang padala sa'yo ni Miss Kat kasi mas malapit. Hindi pala ako pala, north ka pala. Mas malapit sa akin. Okay, pili ka lang po, Master Red. Ayan. Ayan, salamat po. Ayan, and thanks for joining, Miss Kay. Sige lang po, join. Okay, so update lang po nyo ang inyong faith journal, whether it's an actual Bible or katulad ditong pinapakita ko. Okay, so eto na nga po. Remember, meron siyang part na glad. Again, nakalagay dyan June 2021, kaya tinakpan ka. Alright, so as you can see, sabi ko sa inyo, gagamitin ko lahat ng stickers ko. Alright, so this sticker actually came from Papel Atbp po yan. Ito po ang ginamit kong sticker dyan. Hold on. I will show you, ano na lang siya, lalagyanan na lang siya. Wala na, naubos na yung, inubos ko talaga siya. Yay, at least nakaubos ako, di ba? Okay, asan na siya? Okay. Asan na? Naku, natapon ko yata. Anong brand niya? Ayan. Creative Devotion. Ayan, Creative Devotion. Maraming Creative Devotion products si Papel at iba pa. And then these are actually rub-ons. Okay, that I have. So these are stickers, these are rub-ons, Okay, this is a sticker, and this is a sticker. It's a washi tape actually. Remember, I said I'm gonna use up all my washi tapes. I got this washi tapes before the pandemic. I think it was from Ayin, from Crafts by Ayin D store. So it's actually expensive. Kaya I bought lang yung parang nakaganito lang, samplers. Okay? So I just fussy cut the image. Medyo lang kasi washi tape siya, 'di ba? Okay, fussy cut the image of the lady. Okay, and then so I have several of this. May bata, mayroon medyo matanda. Okay, so medyo may parang pagka-anime look. Okay, so samplers lang because they're expensive. All right. So I cut some of them, okay, and added them onto each of the pages. Okay, so in every page you will see that I have a lady. Okay, on each of the pages. Okay, and then what else? Of course, there are Bible, verses or inspiration, words of inspiration per page. Okay, of course, still have space to do what I'm grateful for every day, for this week, for the second week. Okay, and then for the third week, and here you have for the fourth week. Okay. Okay, so sample grateful ako. Okay, so last Monday, so water, meter replaced. Okay, so remember, I have closed my business, my office, for the past 3.5 years. So since the onset of the pandemic, never really reopened. Everything has been virtual ever since. Until, I said I will reopen in September. Lo and behold, our water meter has been stolen. Okay? So I had to, ask replacement, and it was so expensive. They said it's still not their fault that it got stolen. So I had to pay for the replacement still. Okay, but it's great, still grateful because it got replaced finally last Monday, so we can finally clean. Okay, the place is such, it's so messy, really. Okay, and then my son's birthday, okay, and so on and so forth. Okay, so what have I accomplished? Cleaned partially the office. Okay, and I'm delighted because of the release of my renewal of my US visa. All right. So some things like that. Okay. So you choose, just one thing that you're grateful for the week. Okay. And then this is going to be for this week, right? The last week of June, and then answered prayers, okay, and so on and so forth. Okay, and then the next part of which, okay, So you see on this part that I actually added again, stickers. Sabi ko nga, di ba? Ang stickers ko, hindi lang washi, meron ding mga happy planner, meron ding mga illustrated face planners, stickers, meron ding, Carpe Diem stickers. So I really, really need to use those stickers. Okay, so again, this one, okay, so just a combination of, washi stickers and some stickers. Okay, and then it has this like a month in the month. Okay, so of course this is B-Boy's birthday, there's Independence Day, and then there's Father's Day, and then this is the start of summer vacation for Sammy. Not yet for B-Boy. B-Boy still has portfolio till the first week of July. Hanggang 2 weeks pa kami kay B-Boy. All right, so now it goes the weekly or the daily, right? So again, I decorated it with rub-ons, some stickers. So, nilayer ko lang po yung rub-ons and stickers. Again, I covered the 2021, okay, with just a washi glitter tape and then some stickers. And then again, finally, use up those washies, right? So, washies on that side and then so that they complement each other, right? So, when you do like that, you do like that. So, it's a spread. Okay, and then I put "He Restores My Soul," okay, on top of a rub-on. Okay, and then, okay, the next page is, again, I love using rub-ons. Okay, and then lady, as I said, I always have ladies in each page and washies. Okay, this one says God is love. Okay. Oh, there you go. Oh. Ah, ayaw. Whoop. Whoop. Ayaw talaga. Ayun, God is love. Okay. And then, the Lord is my shepherd. Okay. And then on this page, on this spread, okay, so praying for verse of the day, thankful for, actually you can cut those up, but I just, made it into a border. Okay, and then there's a lady there again. And then these are also rub-ons. And then on top are sticker butterflies. Okay. And then, of course, remember, this is a 2019 okay, planner. So all the dates are wrong. So these are actually stickers, okay, from Happy Planners that I placed on top of the dates because the dates are all wrong. Okay. I like how Corey does the Sunday. It's not S-U-N, it's S-O-N, right? So Jesus, the Son of God, diba? Sunday, right? I like it. Okay, and this is, okay, for the last week of June. Okay, this week, no, second to the last week. Ito pala yung this week. Ito yung susunod na week pa. Okay, so for this week, ayan. Okay, so prayers for, task list, okay, and then, okay, so water, okay, so how many glasses of water did I drink for that specific day? All right, so again, rub-ons, washies, okay, and stickers, set me free, set me free, set me free, diba? From sin and bondage, diba? Okay, so there again, rub-ons and this lady stickers. I really like these stickers. Okay, and this one is from Illustrated Faith. It comes in something like this. So it's a washi. Okay, it's a washi sticker that's already cut to size like this one. This one has faith, hope, love. Okay, and then just added a rub-on, and then on top is a sticker. Okay, and then for the June wrap, okay, so for the June wrap, I plan to create like a memory, like a scrapbook, okay, and for me, the most important part of June is my son's birthday, all right, and Sam's being part of or accomplishing the end of last was it it was her, she was university scholar for the second semester of last year and first semester of this year. So that's basically how they do it. So I will create like a memory page, okay, like a scrapbook page as my June wrap up. Okay, so I will put it over here. Okay, so this is just a sample or a suggestion of how you can create your own. Okay, and then later I'll show you. I will attach all the discs. Okay, so and then I will put the cover like that, and then I will just attach the discs to create the actual, journal, fate journal. So this one I am using um scrapbook papers, pattern papers from a scrapbook kit, okay, that I have. I've pre-cut some of them already so that it's easier. So again, this is intentionally created this to be very, very simple for those who are coming in on replay or who do not know how to actually, do things like this. So I want you to know that even with what you have, you can, cut out magazines, use your old photos, use your stickers, use pattern papers, whatever you have is possible. And then you can use it to actually decorate your faith planner as well. Okay. So it doesn't have to be that you need to buy all the tools that I showed you a while ago. But if you do plan to want to do it, that there is actually an option for you to do it. Okay. So I'm basically showing you all the options that you may have. Okay. If you do plan to do a journal or a faith journal similar to what I'm doing. And this part will be where I'm going to be putting the photos of my daughter and my son and I during their special events with a little bit, of course, here will be, the journaling part. I'll talk about their experience and so on and so forth. Okay, so I will assemble this right now, but I have not been able to print, okay, the photos. So that has to follow. Okay, so now it's 9:12. So let me check the Discord. Ayan. Oh, I also started making stickers. Nakaka-addict gumawa. Oh, 'di ba? Nakakatuwa naman. Yes, please. Okay, once you have them available, KM, please advise us. Okay, so we can support you and buy those stickers. Of course, alam ko si Miss Wims also will be coming out with her merch and her, I think, washies and probably some, bags adorned with her own, designs, okay, or paintings. Ayan. Salamat, Master Red. Slow and steady lang po. Yes. Okay. So, asa na yung aking... Okay. Ito. Para mabilis. Okay. So, we will use ang ating handy dandy. Okay, ito ba yung... Okay, ubos na. Hindi pa ako nakakabili ng replacement. Okay, fine. So, we will just use the liquid eraser. Ay, the liquid eraser. The liquid glue. Ayan. So, submit nyo lang po sa ating Discord server ang inyong submission. Okay? And I am thinking of doing it this way, guys, so that others might have the opportunity to submit as well, because sometimes they cannot come in during the live, right? What I'm gonna be doing after this, okay, but tonight it's still gonna be the same. So we have a deadline, but coming next Crafty Nights, what we will do is so our Crafty Nights tonight, right? So Saturday, you have till the next Wednesday before my live stream okay, to submit, okay? And then the beginning of the show, we raffle out the winner for the previous Crafty Nights episode. Okay? So, ganun na mangyayari. Okay? So that we give time for those who aren't able to join because sometimes, people, because nowadays, people do have work, right? So, you are at work, you travel. Okay, sometimes we have events, parties. So, you now have several days to finish it. So, submit before the next, okay, crafty nights. And then we will start with raffling out the winner for Team Bahay for the previous episode. Okay? So, but for tonight, we still do it. Okay? Kindly submit before 10 o'clock. Okay? So, if everybody has submitted already, even before 10 o'clock, okay, then we will raffle it out because if nobody is going to be submitting okay, then we will raffle it out. Intan! Oh my goodness. Hi, my dear friend Intan. Guys, say hi to Intan. Intan, we have somebody in the chat earlier. Enda. Enda is in Malaysia also. Intan is my dear friend from Malaysia. Okay, and I hope that we can have her soon. Okay, her channel is about, massage. Guys, so yung massage therapy. Oo. So how you can, like, if you have a migraine, how you can massage yourself, okay? Or if you have pains here and there, how you can actually do it. Yes. So Intan, that's her content. Home na po. We'll start now. Yay! Okay, Miss Williams. I'm Sammy. I'm so happy too. Yes, Intan. So great to see you. All right. Woohoo! Intan has been a member of the channel for so long, although she is never here and or not able to attend because she's very busy. Especially when, everything started to open up. So her work, she's so busy with work. She can barely attend also some of our, common international groups where we're both part of because she's really super busy. So happy that you can make it in Tan. We miss you. Ayan. And hopefully, oh guys, by the way, yesterday, I'm so sorry about what happened to Katie. She really, we were coordinating like every 30 minutes from 6 o'clock. She said, Lala, I am not feeling well, but I already took my medication, so hopefully it kicks in. But about 7 o'clock, she said, I think the medication has made me really, really sleepy and she's still not feeling well. So I said, okay, you know what? Your health is more important, Katie. We will always be here to, have you back. Okay. So we have to reschedule. I know that the topic is very interesting because it's all about AI, right? And for those of us who are actually in business or thinking of starting one, so how can AI actually help, okay, our businesses grow? So that is supposed to be the topic yesterday, last Thursday. Okay, so we will reschedule that one. So just wait for announcements on when it is going to happen. Okay, and then I just put in, okay, the cover like so. Okay, and I put in this one. Okay, of course, I attached you know what I did with the tabs so that, of course, I printed them out, right? But you know how tabs are always, you're always trying to use them and flip them. So eventually, they get destroyed, okay, wear and tear. So I actually laminated them to make it, even stronger. And then to cover that staple wires, I just added, some fancy washi tapes on top so that you don't see the staple wires actually that I used to attach them. Okay. And so finally, after, putting, okay, or punching them with, disc puncher, okay, now I can put them together using these disc binders. Okay. This come in different colors, and some are plastic, some are metal, some are, glittered sizes, small. There's even smaller than this one. Okay, so it's absolutely up to you. Okay, so there. Okay, I think it's easier if it's facing me. Okay, because I can see it. Okay, don't worry, you will see it eventually when I'm on the other. Okay, so you see I've already attached one down. Okay, so maybe it's faster if we do it like half first. Oh, thank you so much, Intan. Oops, what happened to the chat? Okay, oops, I accidentally closed the chat. Did I actually, okay, are we still live? I think I actually closed the live. Okay, we're still here. I will just remove the keyboard. In accidentally, touched it. Mag-decor po muna ako. Yes, go Miss Wims. Ay, go Miss El. Sukatan ko na lang offline. Ayan, amazing. Thank you so much, Intan. How are you? How is your weekend so far, Intan? Yes. I have been, trying to have Intan join us, for conversations with Lala. Hopefully soon. Oh, by the way, guys, next Wednesday, we have an amazing guest. Okay, you can look him up. His name is Stan Brown, StanBrown. He is actually a great, animator, cartoonist. Okay, so don't miss out on that one on Saturday because we are going to have a very fun, team bahay project. It's interactive. Okay, while he draws, he does his cartoon, we work alongside him. And there will be different prompts, right? So he has this wheel or he has this thing where you will choose, let's say, what is the theme, what is the item, what will we draw about. It's super fun. So I'm pretty scared because I don't know how to draw. But he will show us the basics of how to actually, create amazing cartoons. Right? So Stan Brown next Wednesday, guys. It's going to be super awesome. And then for Thursday, for Conversations with Lala next week, it's going to be Suzanne. Okay, CZ. Okay, her surname is so difficult to pronounce. I'll just put it in the description of the for that episode. She's actually one of my coaches, business coaches. And I'm so happy that she can finally actually Intan. Okay, Intan and I are actually under Suzanne for a while. Okay, so she's a business coach, and if you are an introvert, okay, she is actually that's her specialization. She coaches what do you call this, business people who are introverts and how to still thrive in business despite you being an introvert. And she actually will also give us some freebie. Okay, so where is one more disc? I am missing one disc. I think I used it a while ago. Now I cannot find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's the 11th disc. I cannot find. Hold on. I will try to look for it. It must be here. Okay. Because my table is super filled with so many stuff, tools, paper, stickers. I'm sure it's here somewhere. You know how it is? Oh, there. See, I found it. Okay. It rolled onto the other side. Okay, so there you go. So for this size, it normally takes about 11 discs. Okay, but for the smaller one, the classic one, you only need 8. Am I right? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, sorry, 9 discs. Okay, Okay. So, let's add some more. Okay. Okay. You can actually do this one by one, but look, I'm doing it like how many pages I'm adding because I'm lazy. So there, I'm putting it, yeah, there. So you just simply snap it in like so. It's so easy, right? To add and remove. This is how you put it in. And then if you need to add more pages, and then if you want to remove, say, oh, you want to do a layout on this one, you want to remove it, just simply lift like this at an angle. There, you got it removed. Then if you want to put it back, just simply, put it in like so. Very easy, right? Okay, and then now we put the back cover. Okay. Okay, just snap it in, push it in like so. There, you still have room to grow, right? Okay, so normally what I do is I do a quarter, and then so June, July, August, and then I create another one because I choose, okay, 300 GSM thick paper as my paper. So again, because I like it, it doesn't have to be like that, but because that's what I like, right? So it really depends on what you like. Okay, so there is no right or wrong. Okay, so if you want it to be like a whole year, then you can do so. No problems. Okay, so a flip through. Okay, I'm just removing my stream deck in case I accidentally end the stream. Okay. Yes. Yes. If I own the journal, it's ended up in the frame. So sayang to use. Oh, Intan! Is it the same? So in Malaysia, sayang is also the same? Sayang? Yes. Okay, hello, Miss Lala. Hello, Miss Judy. Just dropping by. Salamat sa pag-drop by, Miss Judy. Matchy ang nail sa planner. Ay, oo nga. Hindi ko napansin. Oo nga. Thank you so much, Miss Judy. And congratulations, Miss Judy, for the amazing, amazing work that you're doing on all platforms. I'm seeing you grow really, really fast on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. Ay, may Facebook nga ba? Hindi ko yata, Instagram yata. Hindi ako nag-Instagram eh. Pero, and on, of course, YouTube. So, very nice yung mga projects. I really, really enjoy watching all of your content. Same with Miss Cel, okay, Miss Wims, si KM, maski na on the way, meron pa din. Continue pa rin. Ano ba ito? Napaka-dry ng aking throat. Yes. Susan's amazing. I miss everyone a lot. Yes, so Intan on Thursday, 8 o'clock. I think is it 8 for Susan? No, I think Susan is gonna be 9. 9 p.m. for Suzanne. Okay, this Thursday. Okay. 300 G. Yes! Isang papel 300. So, kaya ang kapal. Wala lang. Gusto ko lang po kasi ng 300. Di ba kasi minsan, maski na, let's say, I don't have kasi before it's so expensive yung watercolor paper. So what I tried to do is to make it, and then what I did pa is since I didn't want it to be printed back to back because I don't want the ghosting or bleed, so I have to stick this two together pa, right? So that even makes it even thicker. So speaking of which, I have to stick this together. Okay, so there, again, I'm very OC that way. Yes, just the same, right? Yes, Indan. Ano po printer mo dyan? Oh, this one, this is an Epson, I don't know ano siya, L610 ba? Something, basta ano siya, inkjet lang po ito. Inkjet. Okay. If I only use my what do you call that? I only use my laser printer. Yes, my laser printer if I will only what do you call this? Print text and black and white. Otherwise, I use inkjet so that the colors are more vibrant. But if you can see, this paper is actually not white. So it's parang cream. Okay, this is actually I got this from like the US before eh. Inuwi ko to eh. Kaya medyo hammer mill ba to? I forgot, something like that. So ayan, didikit ko pa sila isa-isa, 'di ba? And since this is just paper, so a regular, a regular clear, what do you call this? A clear paste will do because this is just regular, cardstock paper. Okay, so there. So this is stuck na. Okay, so I will just put inside. Okay, so see, I will have to stick them together. Oo, yung regular lang to na printer, Mizel. Oo. Pero ako, I highly suggest that, for your products, okay, Miss KM, everybody, if you're coming up with your products that is printed in the future, highly suggest that you don't do it at home na. Don't use your printers. Okay? Because, in the end, it will come up more expensive. Just have, Design Plus, print it, and it always looks very professional. Right? So, mas maganda pa yung product nyo. Okay? So, I'm actually going to be coming up with my own product line as well. So I'm definitely going to have them printed by Design Plus. And remember, guys, I went to the what do you call that? Graphic Expo. Remember our guest, si Sir Carlos of Guhit at Gawa. Okay, he invited us there. So I went the next day. I was in S. Guys, nakakatawa. I just have to share with you what happened. That was so funny and scary all at the same time. So I went to the Graphic Expo. So that was a Thursday, right? So in the Graphic Expo, so I was able to meet Yuki. Yuki is from China. They're from Photo USA. So their main business is in the US, but they're based in China. So they were here for the first time and they were showcasing, guys, yung kanilang sublimation products from fabric down to basically everything and anything that you can think of that you can personalize using sublimation they have. So I actually got this mug press, okay, that can do all kinds of sizes. So you just have, I think I got 11 attachments, different elements. So I can do like tumblers as big as this, tumblers or glasses that are shaped like this, not straight. I can do ceramic. I can do glass. I can even do shot glasses like this small. I can. It's really, really amazing. And so they are looking for actual distributors here, big distributors, because the minimum is one pallet for anything. So I hope and I'm waiting that, whoever decides to partner up with them, because there were also other suppliers there. And I saw that most of the suppliers that are here or on Shopee or on Lazada, they all have the same kinds of, sublimation blanks. But this company, Photo USA, really has, like I've never seen anybody carry those kinds of, sublimating or sublimation blanks. So I am really very excited. So coming December, I will come up with, a lot of personalized, again, for this is a side hustle that I do every Christmas. Ayan. And then what happened was, okay, so beside that Graphic Expo, there was the Corporate Events Expo, okay, corporate giveaway. Okay, so there's this corporate giveaway events beside it. So it's like the whole SMX divided into two. So there, I was supposed to go there immediately after. But then they didn't want. Okay, then so I bought that machine, right? But Yuki said that since they were really just for the expo, they weren't really supposed to sell anything. But since I insisted, so they sold me that mug press. But they said I couldn't get it till the last day. So I had to go back Saturday, right? So that was still a Thursday. So I went to the other side. So that's the corporate giveaway. And then when I was there, they wouldn't let my son in. So I had B-Boy with me because he said he's below 18 years old. So I had to go back the next day, Friday. Okay. So remember how I went live in the Graphic Expo? So during the corporate giveaways, so I arrived about noon or slightly, yeah, something like that. And then after that, I started going around and then I said, okay, why not go live? So I went live. And by the time I know it, I was already live for about an hour. And then by the time I was supposed to, parang di kaya ang, oo nga, makapal masyado, Miss El. Pag sa ano, pag sa home printer, 180 GSM. I think the Canon brand can do 200. I'm so in love with my Epson. All my printers are Epson except for my pigment ink printer, which is an HP. But everything else I have is Epson because alam ko na lahat ng sakit. I can troubleshoot an Epson. Whatever it is, I know how to fix it. But the thing is, it cannot go beyond 200 medyo pilit, pero 180 is the best or the thickest it can go. Otherwise, it's gonna be difficult for the paper to be fed in, right? Okay. So anyway, so I was there na. So after an hour of going live, okay, there's this guy who somehow, I don't know, I didn't know why he was like asking questions about why I was interviewing people. I was promoting the event, right? So I was like, oh guys, you go here. There's an, corporate giveaways expo, blah, blah, blah. And so this guy went to, the security guard or I don't know what it is. And then when I was like saying bye-bye already, Yaya panicked. She said, Ma'am, huhulihin ka. Bawal daw pong mag-live. So it's like, huh? Okay, don't worry. So I was like, okay. So I said, okay, guys, I have to go and I have to start shopping. All right. So I immediately after, my live, I went to this vendor that I really promised that I would go back because I really like the product. And then I bought some products. So I could see from, my peripheral vision that the guard, parang bouncer, was already there at the back. He was just trying to, find the perfect time to actually talk to me. But, I was talking to the owner of the store and I was buying. So I was a customer at that point, right? So I think eventually they decided, okay, give up because I'm no longer actually live anymore, right? So it's like, again, a little scary because, so sometimes it's not safe to actually go live. So events like those pala, you need to really have a permit. Okay, despite the fact that you're not really media, you're just, a blogger, a content creator, right? So at any rate, that was scary. Okay. Ayan. Thank you, Master Red. Okay, so after this, I think, how many more pages do I need to attach? Okay, so 939. So again, guys, there are a lot of free planner, templates out there. Okay, if you resonate with any of them, then you can actually use that. If you feel that, the existing planners that are available in the market doesn't really, resonate with you, you want to customize it further, then you can even actually create your own, right? So if you are knowledgeable in Canva or Photoshop or whatever it is, desktop publishing, so you can create your own, okay, and have your own made and then, disc bound them like this one, right? And create your own planner. Okay, so no matter what sizes it is. So some people do not like this bound planners because they're kind of bulky, right? It's hard to carry them. But then in my case, it's like the disadvantages or the advantages supersedes the disadvantages. So I still have, that's why I have planners that I still, do as use as dismounts. Sammy said that Epson printer na. Yes, Miss Wims, I know that some of you were actually there during my live and we were enjoying so much, especially those who suppliers who are actually, are into sustainability and then organic stuff, right? So I was really enjoying the event until this guy, I don't know, maybe I didn't interview him. So that's why he got a little bit, because I wasn't hackling anybody. I was just trying to promote the event. Okay, and then trying to promote the vendors there because I felt that there were more people in the graphic expo than in the corporate giveaways. So, and I was actually even a customer because I bought stuff, right? So I'm not just really just, doing content out of it. So there. Again, you can always print them back to back. But as I said, I don't want the possibility of bleeding or ghosting. So that's why I print it one and then I just paste them together. Oh, they said that Miss Wims, I actually need to have a permit to go live. But I am not a media person. I'm just a blogger. I'm just on YouTube, right? Exactly, Miss Wim. So, but they never really got to talk to me because immediately after I said, okay, it's time to shop, I immediately went directly to the I didn't give them the time to actually, have the time to actually stop and talk to me because I immediately talked to the vendor that I promised I would go back to because she was actually the person who really, what do you call this? Came up with the recipe, yung castarunery. Ang sarap, guys. Ang sarap-sarap. So I said, I promise that after I've gone live, I will go back to their store, okay, and I will try out their products. So siguro they realize eventually that ano ba naman ako, 'di ba? I'm just a small YouTuber who is trying to actually promote that. And the reason I am there is because I was really trying to look for, possible new products for because last during the pandemic I stopped, okay? I didn't create giveaways for because who were giving out giveaways? 'Di ba? There were no parties, nothing, right? So everybody was save mode, okay? No events, no nothing. So this time I was like, okay, so if there's such an event, I was trying to look for, something new, right? So the last time before the pandemic that I went to Divisoria, okay, I'll tell you a short story. Okay, so when I was still single, before I got married and then got separated. So I used to be viajera. Okay, so I would go to Bangkok, I would go to Thailand, go to Hong Kong, and buy stuff that I can sell here in the Philippines. That okay, I went to that path because in the beginning I was just getting stuff from Green Hills because some of my customers, parents of my students in my center are actually or have stores in Green Hills. So they told me, Teacher Lala, we actually go to Bangkok every month. So if you want, that time I was selling yung mga DVD players. I was able to sell what? Like maybe sell 20 to 30 units in a week. So kasi usong-uso nun yung DVD players, 'di ba? So I decided to, the thing is, and then I would go to, from Divisoria, I from Green Hills, I also went to Divisoria. But the thing I didn't like about buying stuff from Divisoria or from here locally is, of course, for bazaars. Okay, I was able to do bazaars during the golden years of bazaar. You know where during those times the malls nilalangaw. Lahat ng tao nasa Tianggian, nasa bazaars. Everybody wanted to be in bazaars because mas maraming maiba, kakaiba. But the thing is, when you buy in Divisoria during that time, so it's, let's say, kunwari, Winnie the Pooh. Okay? So it's going to, if it's like in fashion, so let's say this Winnie the Pooh light or something, right? The night lamp. Okay, so initially you would buy it, let's say, 50, okay, wholesale. And then, of course, I have several stalls. So I have in different schools, I have in different areas. So I would, somebody I would put here, there, ganyan, no? But then, of course, you will not be able to sell some of them immediately, right? So, but what Divisoria does is, let's say, after 2, 3 weeks, and then they have sold, let's say, at least the number that they need to actually, make a profit, and then they will drop down the prices big time. So, but still, sometimes I still have inventory left, right? So now my competitor in front of me selling the same thing, but at less than the price that I got it for, right? Simply because, okay, we all have the same suppliers, right? Everything was either in Divisoria or in Green Hills. So that made me decide to actually go straight to Bangkok or Hong Kong. Yes, Miss Wims. I actually also enjoyed it. Yes, Miss Wims. See, I actually enjoyed it. So I don't know what's with this guy that, he was so against me doing the live. And it's a good thing that actually their booth was the last one that I went to. Okay. And then after that, I ended my live stream. So I don't know what he has against me, doing interviews about promoting the event. So there. So that's how I actually started with, my personalization business. So it actually started, when I was still, single. I really love doing business. I was into so, many things because I have the time, right? So, and it was so easy to bring in stuff before. So I will go to Thailand Monday and I would shop Monday to Friday, Thursday and Friday, up to Saturday. But Friday, the ship will leave for Philippines and I will leave on on Sunday. By Monday, my stocks will be brought directly to my house already. So I made a nice profit during those times because I was really perfect timing because that was the time when bazaars were really it's like the golden years of doing bazaars. But then eventually years later, the malls knew or learned how to counter the bazaars, right? So they made their own similar thing, right? So every payday sale, and this one you can even use your credit card, right? You don't need to pay in cash. So that started the decline of bazaars. And then that's when, by that time, eventually I think that was also the time that I eventually got married, so I had to stop because I had to focus, okay, with with the kids. Yes, Miss Wims, we will definitely invite them. So there, I'm done with my planner and it's 9:49. So let's check our Discord. Okay, who were able to submit. Again, this is the last time that we're gonna do the actual showcasing of the works during the same time. Starting next Crafty Nights, we will we will do the raffle the next crafty night so that you have time. Oh, but actually next week we have an interactive one on Wednesday with Stan. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, what happens on Wednesday? Oh, what happened to this one? Okay, Discord. Okay. Okay, let me check who has submitted. Okay, now I hear the. Okay, I see. Okay. I see Miss Zell pa lang. Okay. So Miss Zells came in just now. Okay, so we're waiting for Miss Wims. Are you able to submit? Anyway, it's just 9:50. 10 more minutes. Okay, and then I think Kate Miss K said that she's going to be able to submit as well. Okay. But so far, si Miss Zell pa lang po. Ayan, I see Miss Zell. Okay, in Discord so far. Yes po, definitely we are going to be inviting especially the ones I've met in the corporate giveaways. Pati po dun sa Graphics Expo. We're just fixing the time. We're gonna invite Photo USA also, Yuki, onto the show. I met amazing people there. Actually, guys, Big Bad Wolf, I don't know if you guys are interested in that. I heard that they're back. I'm not sure. But I think this time around, it's not 24 hours. I think it's now from, my daughter said, I think 10 to 1 a.m. So we might go tomorrow night and check it out. I know there have been people who have already gone. I don't know what it looks like right now. But the last time we were there was actually the time before pandemic came. So this is actually they tried doing it online, but it wasn't the same. I think they got a lot of flack from it because a lot of people said they weren't able to receive the books and stuff like that. So I think it's really best that you really, it's really different. The experience of going through stash of books. My kids and I love going to be Big Bad Wolf. Okay, wine time. Oh, gusto ko yan. Anong wine mo, Miss Mizel? What are you drinking right now? Oo. Yes, it's the weekend. Nasa ano po ba kayo? Nasa Oo nga guys. Have you already started your like summer vacation because the kids are already out of school right now? Vacation na ng mga bata. My daughter, I think, still has till next week. Yeah. So again, so this is sample planner that, ay, baliktad pala yung pagka-punch ko. Look guys, baliktad. Ano ba yan, Lala? Ay, naka. Alright, so let me see. Si Miss Zell pa lang ang nakikita ko sa Discord. Ayan. So, ayan. Para maiba naman. Maiba naman ang ating view. So, again, let me just showcase. Ayan. Our dear partner store, Papel at Iba pa socials po. Ang website po nila ay Papel at Iba pa. Okay? At Iba pa, the shortcut for those who are coming in who are not from the Philippines, ATBP is an acronym that means at iba pa means others. So paper and others. Yes, because Papel at Iba pa store, all right, showcases not just paper products but other stuff as well. All right. So they're also on Instagram, on Facebook, and in YouTube, on YouTube as Papel at Iba pa. So if you're not yet following them, or subscribe to them on YouTube, I highly suggest that you do so. And tomorrow night, Miss Zell, meron po bang live tomorrow night kayo? Sorry po, I wasn't able to go last time because we have a family event. So, normally, pag Sunday, wala naman. Just Bible study ko, 6 to 8. And then after that, pwede na. Oh, masarap yan. Yes. Sila Marie, kaya yata isang bote sila ni Charlene yan eh. Kasi nga masarap siya. Oo, yan. Maganda nga, masarap nga po yan. Yan. Sarap. 'Di ba? Tapos nasa may beach ka ba ngayon? Kaya lang, oo, 'di ba? Tignan niyo naman, ayan. Pag nakita niyo yung mamaya makita niyo, kasama kasi sa ano, sa picture yung Moscato. Oo, ni Miss Zell. Ayan. So, up to 10 o'clock po, we still have 5 minutes. Ayan. So, in case malate, okay, idalagay ko na lang po, okay, yung name nyo. But please make sure that you submit, okay, the photo sa ating pong Discord para next Wednesday, mapakita ko po. Okay? Okay. Why you not interview him? Okay, no, Intan, because I had to just choose because it's a big event, right? So there were about maybe more than 100 vendors there. So I just chose which stores I wanted to, interview, and specifically those that resonated with my community. So my community are into, DIY, handmade, right? Personalized, right? So those things that are not so much within our niche, I didn't really go to. And I think even from the onset, he looked scary to me. So I never approached him, right? But those who, always before I even went there smiled already at me. So I went to their stores. So there. Exactly. But something that prior to the pandemic, if you guys would look at my channel, it was right, I think the pandemic started 2019. Is it 2019 or 2021? It's just I know it's March of whatever that year is. So the quarter before that, so the Christmas before that, I started putting out content. I said to myself, okay, I will start my YouTube channel again because B-Boy is already big, Sam is in college. So I think I can, do YouTube finally. So I started with, lasting impression. I did like 4-part video on, lasting impression. And Vivian, to the courtesy of Vivian, she said, okay la, go ahead and feature the store. So I did. Okay. And then, but then, January of the next year, so that was around October, November. And then January, I was going to, interview people, visit places, restaurants, feature places and restaurants, and, go to different places that I can feature for moms, when you have kids, how do you travel, stuff like that. But then, January, the Taal volcano erupted. And then there were lots of, it continued on to Feb. And then after that, the pandemic started. So I had to stop. So 2021, so that whole year 2020, I did nothing. And then, but just to keep myself safe, but I did create or volunteered to create face masks. That's how my cricket maker and my cricket what they call this space 2 I forgot the other one before the maker. Okay, so basta yung 2 nun got destroyed. Okay, so the print and cut function is no longer working because I created thousands of face masks. So I cut acrylics, acetates, not acrylics, but acetates, and donated them to hospitals and other frontliners to use during the 2020, right? So 2021 January was the time I decided to actually start, okay, creating, and then I became part of LSP, Loria Petrucci's live streaming pros. And I joined Lida that April, and that's where I met, okay, Intan. Good evening, Docry. Okay lang po. 2020. Oo, yun po. 2020 yun, nag-umpisa to. 2019, nag-umpisa na akong gumawa. So, ang dami kong plans, you know. Fi-feature ko yung mga craft rooms, fi-feature ko lahat ng mga craft stores. Kasi guide naman ako Mommy Guide Inc. Not really just Mommy Crafty. So, there were plans, there were already, you know, nakaset of appointments. I will be going to, you know, different places, different countries, different, you know, and we'll feature all of those things. But then, you know, pandemic came. So, right? So, live streaming was not even part of the equation because I didn't even know about live streaming back then. All I know is that if you are creating content on YouTube or you're a content creator, that equates to edited videos. So I have somebody who actually edits for me that time, okay, who will be a guest soon also. So, but then how will you be able to create content when everybody's just at home, right? And then I learned about live streaming, and the rest is history. That's how basically it happened. Yeah. Ayan. Also volunteered to make face masks and donated to different hospitals. Yes. I met doctors, nurses. Okay, there you go. Kasi kami medyo mas, in a way, organized, Miss KM, because what we did was, it's my batch in high school. So my batch in high school created this initiative. So we had a big fun. We really had. So raw materials would come into the house, you know, rolls and rolls of acetate. Okay, and then corrugated box. Everything will be coming. Everything comes through me, and then every night I wake up 5:30 in the morning. I already start, so my nannies would help me out as well, and we would be cutting like till like 7, 8 in the evening. And then by 8 p.m., I have meetings, of course, with the batch because we have to like distribute. Okay, priority hospitals would be the ones that take in, you know, COVID patients. So that would be PGH, Heart Center. So all the main hospitals. But then, you know, some people would knock on the door at 10 p.m., you know, because they said that only the ER gets to have the face mask. But how about the other, you know, sections? They also are in the hospital. So, but then I had to stop. When, remember, everything goes through me, one of those that actually sends, because everybody goes to me, right? Lala Move, other suppliers and stuff. So I have to receive them, right? So one of those that actually brings it to Heart Center became a major primary contact of one of the doctors that died. So I became also one of, okay, those is like a contact. So I had to quarantine myself. So after that, I realized that, oh no, I might put my whole family also in danger. In my trying to help, I might also put the family in trouble or in danger. So after, you know, several months of, maybe half a year of doing it, and then I had to, I think maybe 3-4 months of doing it, I had to stop. Okay, so there. Oo, di ba, KM? Oo, actually, pati yata si Doc Ri I think. So it's a great thing. And of course, after that, di ba, sis KM, we also had other initiatives like during the storm, there was a storm, and KM. KM was one of those who actually donated. I think the first donation that KM did, this initiative was from my daughter. She was part of this NGO where they were pulling in funds to support the Marikina residents who really were badly hit by that flooding, and I think an animal housing in Bulacan. Okay, so we were able to raise I forgot how many, but almost, I think, 70, 80,000. Okay, so what we did was, we pulled together donated cards from the community. And KM gave, I think, the first one to give about 30 to 50 cards. Yes, so she gave 30 to 50 cards, and those cards we actually combined set of, I think, five, and then for 1,000. So we were able to basically sell everything, and all of those funds were given to those community, right? So we actually did also a lot of things as a community during when, even when we were locked down. And remember that time where we helped uh, one of my ladies in my solo moms group, pamangkin, who had dengue, who was in the ICU. We were able to raise 100,000, okay, and pay for the ICU fees of the child, and the child actually survived. So she had to be transferred from one hospital to the other until finally UST took her in, because remember that was still also pandemic time. So it was really really hard to really get into a hospital. So I really am very proud of our community. Whenever we need help, people need help, you guys are always there to, contribute. Okay, thank you so much po. Yes, I met you there. You're really good. Thank you, Intan. And you're so encouraging. Thanks, Lala. And I'm so blessed to have met you there also, Intan. Same here, the face. Yes, I remember Dockery. Because I remember Dockery messaging me. Now, I think about where I bought or where I buy the acetates. Yes, because I think they were having um what you call this, difficulty finding acetates in Cebu that time. So there you go. Even my mama made head cap. Yon, 'di ba? That's a nice thing about us, right? So we really did. You know kung ano-ano nga nilagay ko, guys? I had different versions of my face shield. One had like a foam on the head. One had parang garter. Some had like ribbons, kung ano-ano, because of course supply, right? We didn't, I mean, I had a lot of ribbons, but not that much. We were making about 1,500 face shields a day, guys. Imagine, kaya sulit na yung cricket ko eh. Kasi sa dami ng nagawa niya. I even had to ask the help of Tracy that time, and her sister, so that the three of us, kasi kung dalawa lang kasi yung machines ko, so plus two from them, so there were four cricket machines cutting the acetates, and then we were just, parang kaming factory line dito. And then some volunteers also said, okay, Mommy Lala, send me. Okay, so I would send them. So I created a tutorial video of like how do you assemble. So I would send like several, let's say I will send 300. Okay, so kompleto na yon. May garter, may stapler, merong foam, may double-sided tape. I will send it to them, and then they will send it back to me. Okay, the day after. So ganun na nangyayari, para lang, kasi hindi ko kakayanin lahat. So, but then I was like the main hub. So volunteers coming from everywhere, so I would send them the raw materials. So main talaga sa akin lahat ng bagsak, and then I would send them a tutorial. Those who volunteered to create it, I would send them the how to, and then they would give it back to me, and then ibabox ko na yon for pick up na ng mga hospitals. And then from there also, we also did yung yung suit, yung parang complete na para kang ang init-init, 'di ba? Yon, nagpagawa din kami ng mga ganun. Yes, hi Michael. Yes, 1,500 face shields a day. Yes, Michael, because sad to say, in the Philippines during that time, even though people had money to buy face shields, we couldn't get any because the whole world wanted it, right? Needed it. So it was impossible to get face shields. So everybody had to, I even had what do you call this? a version where I used Coke bottles, those Coke bottles in the beginning when we didn't have access to acetates first. We had to make use of those big, not the Coke, but the bottled water, the 4 liters, right? So everything that we can think of that can be used as a face shield earlier on, we tried, we did, right? Just to, be able to help out. Yes, I remember those cards, Miss KM. Yes, Sam, right? So Miss KM's cards were one of the first ones to be sold out, right? So that was the time na gamit ang mga acetates ko. Oo, di ba, Doc Lee? Naubos ang mga acetates natin. Oo, so my acetates came in rolls. Like, I think it's like maybe 2 meters by and then I would get it from Pasig. There's a place there in Pasig where we found the supplier, and then they said, okay, just have it picked up. And then there were those I would buy acetate coming from, also from Valenzuela, Bulac. Acetates were coming in from all over the place. And then we posted stuff. I said, I don't have enough double-sided tape anymore. Somebody came to the house and delivered 10 10 boxes of double-sided tape. Doctors gave 10 boxes of double-sided. It's like really amazing how, everybody, were so generous in helping out, whether their time, whether, materials, whatever it is. So the facials came in different forms and shapes because depending on what materials we had, then that would be the shape or the form of the face shields. Yay, thank you for being a big part of help. Oh, thank you. I am very, happy that I was able to be part of that. And as I said, Michael, this community that we have basically helped as well. Night, baby. My son is saying good night. Super nakaka-happy. I still have a lot of garters, pre-cut, and foams. Oo, di ba? Meron pa rin yata akong isang, pati yung, remember, actually, let's think of a project, guys. The cutouts from the acetates, from the face shield, right? Yung mga retaso ng acetates, can be used for, creating tags or creating whatever. Maybe one of these days, let's try to, I still have like 2 balikbayan boxes of those, retaso ng acetates. Once happy, joyful crafters reopen, I will have it out and people can use them and take them, and you can do whatever you want. Okay, you can even use some of them, medyo malaki pa, pwedeng pang dashboards yun eh. Right? So I will share with everybody. Yan. Whoever gets it from your community must be so happy. Everything made by creative people. Yes, Intan, really, the doctors, every time we would deliver the boxes to them, and we just that was just some of it. We also added alcohol. Okay, we also donated alcohol, and then the scrub suits for COVID. Okay, and the masks. So it's just that for the face shields, I was the one in charge because that involved a little bit of a production, right? But the others, they were in charge of procuring the alcohol and then putting together, and then some were in charge of delivering, right? So they use their cars, they use their vans. So I'm just basically the one who coordinated the production there. So imagine, I was like, how many years ago? And by God's grace, we are all here. We survived. But then, of course, we mourn, and we give, salute the doctors, because earlier on we lost so many amazing doctors from that pandemic, right? So that's why a lot of people are rethinking actually becoming doctors, or being in the medical profession because of what happened during the pandemic. That really, being a frontliner is really more than just a job. It's really a calling, right? You put yourself out there, and at any time you can also get the disease, right? So I really salute our doctors and everybody was part of, the frontliners, the nurses, the doctors, the volunteers, everyone. Yes, it was a great experience looking at it right now, but I was really, really very tired. So I can never sleep anymore because after, creating face mask the whole day, and then we have meetings 8 to sometimes midnight, because we have to, like, okay, so who gets what, who gets this, and we have calls for this and that, right? And of course every now and then we would lose somebody, would we know, right? I never got COVID during the actual, season of that one. I actually did last year. Okay, kahit mga islets, gabi, 'di ba? Oo nga, may mga islets din na version, 'di ba, Dokri? Oo. Ayan na. Okay, meron na akong nakita. Okay, si Miss Wims is here. Miss Zell is here. So I think dalawa lang silang nag-submit tonight. So let's go for that. Okay, let me see. I think this one. Ayan. Okay, so papakita ko na po. Naku, napadaldal na ako ng napadaldal. Sorry naman, 10:15 na. Again, thank you for everybody who is coming in. Okay, this is Faith Planner Day. Okay, Michael, we will have Stan next Wednesday, and he will teach us cartoon making. So I hope you can join us also in the chat next time. Hold on, screen share, and this one. Oh, why am I there? Sorry, hold on. Okay, source blank. Okay, there you go. Sorry guys, I forgot to fix this before I went live. Okay, so now let's choose Discord. Okay, so there you go. That's Discord. Make Discord move over here. Okay, where is Discord? Okay, there you go. Okay, so Team Bahay for tonight. Okay, so the first submission is from Izel. Ayan. So, oh, she didn't use her Bible tonight. Okay, so she used her planner. Okay, tonight. This is a I know that she has a happy planner. And this is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, since there are 9 this is the standard happy planner. Okay, so the big one is 11. Okay, so this is the standard happy planner that she used because it's 9 discs, and that's the Moscato that we were mentioning about earlier. Ayan, so there you go. That is Miss Zell, sprinkled with cards, updated for this week. Okay, for her planner. Okay, faith planner. And this is Miss Wims. Okay, so this is hers. Okay, so she used I think she used this sticker. So she showed the sticker book that it came from. Okay, and of course she is using the soap. Okay, in creating her faith journal. So the scripture part is there. Okay, it's from Isaiah 45 chapter 45 verses 14 to 25. All right, and then the O is observation, A is application, and P is prayer, which she will do during her quiet time. So this is like the page before the pen, as they say, or as we say in doing our journals. Ayan, ang bilis niyan kasi she just came home a few minutes ago. All right, so that's our submissions for today, Ms. Zell and Miss Wims. All right. Okay, so while I am preparing the Wheel of Names, ayan. So, hold on lang. Okay, so let's see. Okay, may comment si Miss Wims. Our family, got COVID in 2020. Fortunately, we survived kahit home treatment kami. Oo, grabe. Yung time na yon, right? If you get COVID during that time, it was really scary because nobody really knew how to go about the treatment, right? So everything at that point was really experimental. cartoon making. Awesome. I can't miss that. Yes, Michael, I will put up the notification by Monday for all the live streams I'm going to have this coming week. Such an experience. Happy, grateful, blessed, and learned a lot from it. Yes, true. Yes, true, Doc Ree. And salute also to you, Doc Ree. Kasi, alam mo, during the pandemic, I had to have a tooth pulled. And I was so grateful to the dentist because really she didn't want to open because we're gonna open our mouths, right? So it's very scary for dentists to actually do procedures, but she took me in. I was so grateful. Otherwise, I don't know how would I have survived. It was really very painful, and that tooth cannot be what do you call this, salvaged anymore. Let's drink sometime, Wims. Oo nga, oo, siguro masarap yung Moscato na yun, guys. Masarap yun. Ubus na yung bottle ng Moscato ko. Oo nga, next time, let's have like a Moscato night, di ba? Ako rin had COVID, nakaka-depress before kasi grabe, discrimination. Totoo po yun. Right? Because they know that you have COVID in the house because they will really, cordon off not just your house but the whole street, di ba, during that time. Thanks to the sticker book care of Kara. Yay, made my journaling easy. Indeed, right? So stickers can really make the journaling easy. Zell and Williams has Moscato. Moscato na kayo. Oo, ako na ano ko yung Moscato kay Charlene tsaka kay Marie kasi favorite nila yan. So whenever we meet at dinner, ayan, meron yan. Okay, so Wheel of Names. Ayan, nilalagay ko lang po ang Wheel of Names. Ayan. So, okay. Whoop, bakit siya umikot? Hindi yan. Ipine-personalize ko lang po saglit. Okay, ang ating image. Okay. Paano ba to? Bakit ayaw? Okay, actually, Miss Sel, ikaw yung nanalo dun sa ano. Pero trial pa lang. Grabe. Okay, upload image. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so in this case, so it's Miss Zell. And so let's do 3 for each of them. And Miss Wins. Ayan. Again, thank you ladies for joining. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to this one. Okay, and change this one from Discord to... Okay, where is it? To Discord to Safari. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so winner gets a 500 peso GC from our partner store for tonight, Papel Atbp. All right. So, shuffle. Okay, and winner for tonight. Again, those who actually won in my Father's Day episode, I will be sending all the personalized Father's Day kit, okay, this coming week. Okay, Miss Wims. All right, congratulations, Miss Wims. Okay, for winning tonight's Team Bahay. Okay, so 500 pesos po from Papel at iba pa, Miss Wims. Ayan. Alright, so, okay. Doc Ree, nag-craft ka din? Hindi yata nakapag-craft si Doc Ree kasi late na si Doc nakadating. Oo. But as I said, don't worry because in the coming weeks, I think except for this Wednesday because it's interactive one. Again, guys, maganda yung price. Di ko lang masabi. Pero this Wednesday, please come with either your Procreate or your actual, like those who draw. Oh, this is going to be fun for you. Okay, so Stan Brown, you can Google him. All right, is going to be our guest. He's an amazing cartoonist. He actually is involved in creating some of the, big cartoons or what do you call this, comics that you see out there right now. Right, so there you go. Intan is saying congratulations to Wims. Yay! Yes, thanks po. Very welcome po. Congratulations from KM. KM, prayers sis, and we wish you the best safety for you and the baby. And excited much to see the new addition, the new crafty baby in the community. Drawing sa Wednesday, yes po. Okay, so Stan is going to teach us how to create cartoons. Okay, and of course, Team Bahay, we will, kumbaga, do it together with Stan. But Stan has this thing in his shows. He actually is a content creator where he chooses, like in our case, let's say before, remember that craft challenge that I have, like use only ribbon, use this, use that. So in Stan's, when he draws, he will like, okay, what's the theme? He will draw. Okay, and then what exact character do you want me to put in the theme, right? And then all of those three things you will put together in your cartoon, right? So it's fun, promise. It's really really fun. All right. So there you go. Thank you so much, everyone. It has been a blessed Saturday. It has been great to be able to craft alongside with you all and talk a little bit about life and our plans and, a little bit about our past, and be grateful. Be grateful for all the things that we have gone through and that we are going through. So let me end with just a prayer as is befitting of our topic for tonight. Okay, so if whatever faith that you believe in, then you can do your own prayer. Okay, so Lord Heavenly Father, we would like to praise you for this amazing day, Lord. Thank you for the opportunity that you have given each and every one of us to be able to be here tonight and learn how to actually do another way of doing quiet time and having that opportunity to be able to talk to you in prayer and through our journal or faith pages. Again, we lift everything up to you. Thank you for an amazing week, Lord, and may you always guide and protect everyone in the community till we meet again next week, Lord. I commit to you everybody in the chat and everybody on replay. May everything that we do, we always give honor and glory to you, Lord. All these things we ask with the mighty name of Jesus, Lord. Amen and amen. All right, with that, thank you so much, everyone, and see you again on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday next week for another Crafty 2 nights and 1 conversations with Lala. With that, have a great, great weekend. God bless you all. Bye! Thank you so much, dear friends, for joining me tonight. God bless you all. Have a wonderful and safe weekend. Bye!